Hey yo, this is another video, so let's go. I had this idea yesterday. I didn't write it down, but I still been remembering it. And so I'm like, you know what, let me go ahead and do this one so it won't get away from me. All right, so I didn't write anything down for this, but in my mind, if I remember something like that, I know that topic is going to be something that, for my reasons, of course, it's going to be another perspective. So he gonna be like, how is this nigga talking all this shit? You can't even see his face. Yeah, right, okay. But y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. Okay, here you go. Okay, what qualifies a sister, a highly melanated woman? Of course, I'm a highly melanated person. You just in the dark right now. Like, if you're new to my channel, this is because I speak. Everything comes from darkness. So if I'm in my mind while I'm speaking, you'll have it in darkness. None of my videos, you'll never see me ever in my videos. But you'll see, if you see me walking around in public somewhere with something, it's in first person. So this is nothing new. Like, why you don't, like, yeah, all my videos on my channel, you'll see, you won't even see me, because that don't even matter. But I mean, I'm gonna get right to the subject at hand anyway. What qualifies a sister to be a baddie, a bad one, or a baddie? You know what I'm saying? Of course, they're great. I'm not down on the sisters at all. Trust me, I'm not doing that at all. What I'm saying is, sisters are great mothers. Sisters are sisters, like highly melanated women. They're I call them deities or deitesses. Deitesses. I don't really go with the God word or whatever. That's a later name. But I call them deitesses, like, or deity, deitesses, deities. Check out this book, Charles Russell Coulter and Patricia Turner. They're the authors of this. They also have, if you can get it, they run up the price. Run it up. They run up the price on the dictionary of ancient deities by the same authors, Charles Russell Coulter and Patricia Turner. So if you get your hands on it, get your hands on it. But yeah, what I'm saying is, what qualifies that? Because in my mind, I see it like this. It's not about how great she looks. We all know in our so-called black community, so-called African American community, I call us highly melanated, carbon, chaos, cosmic beings. So there's no container for that. So if you're in the chaos realm, you can't. There's nothing to withhold that or hold that. So it's far past the galaxy. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So what qualifies that? So as people, I feel like, all right, not even feel like, from what I've studied. So like, if I'm gonna have I told myself I wanted to keep furthering myself with learning, and it went through different stages or whatever of me doing my growing. And once like I'm still growing. I you know what I'm saying? So I feel like I feel when I do study, like how I study, I don't see us, we actually upholding the illusion as a people. So everything, now me gotta remember, the kingdom, like when we was in our lower state, as in the physical body, because chaos, like I said, or the cosmos, is without a container, a physical container at all. That's when we're most powerful. We're crying for people when artists die. We don't, you're actually supposed to listen to their music. It makes them actually stronger, because they can go to a lot of different people that's hearing them. So going back to this, from what I studied, we're doing everything. We're having children. I have videos on this. I have videos on this talking about this. Now, it's the reason why Tupac had it right. He was like, if you ever watched the Indiana Black Expo, if I'm not mistaken, 1993, when he had the overalls and a white beanie when he was talking. So you probably see it for about a good 17 to 20 minutes, but you can find it on YouTube. But the thing is, he said when he was speaking, he said, I didn't write anything down. I'm coming just from the heart. And I'm younger than a lot of stuff he was saying. So I'm younger than y'all, and I'm telling you some stuff that you should be telling the youth. Why should I be telling y'all this? But because he got, but one thing he said in that speech, he said, y'all women, y'all sisters, we love you. Y'all have a lot of power. Y'all have a lot of power. You should utilize that power. If them brothers don't get right, they can't get right. You know what I'm saying? Like in so many words, what he was saying. So he said, Tupac said the sisters have a lot of power. That was 1993, before the whole shooting at Quad Studios and all of that. So if you can check it out, Khalid Abdul Muhammad, Rise and Power, is there on the panel. And one of the guys that actually helped raise Tupac after when his mother got on drugs is actually there at the expo. You see him. He said he's right here. One of the guys that actually helped take care of me. The only person in the movement. But I'm gonna get back to what I was talking about. So, but that's very true. Reason why I feel like from what I've gained and studied throughout, and I'm still studying. Every day I'm still studying. I'm never giving up on that, because you actually being able to look at the times, stand back away from the house so you can see the whole house instead of being so close to the house. So if I was so into everything what everybody else is, I'll be spread myself thin. So I was like, okay. And I was looking, I was like, I was getting to more of the more ancient scripts, more ancient studying. Yeah, A Guide to the Cthulhu Cult by Fred L. Pelton. They trying to run it. Well, I remember one time when I bought this, it was going to be $39. Oh, that's a deal. I'll get ready to get on it. The day I'll get ready to get ready to buy it, I looked on the price again. It went up $60 within a day. The day the day before, I was like, okay. So I still ended up getting it. But the information inside of it is very well worth it. So I was just telling you, the ancient people, our people, in different locations of the world, mainly had the same practices. But one thing we're messing up is, I contend is reason why I say what makes a baddie. What Tupac was saying, you have a lot of power. Make the men learn tantric sex. You should learn it, sisters. You should learn tantric sex. You should learn tantric sex. See, I'm saying this because I've been a student of it and studying, and it's very well possible. So I'm going to speed up the time, because God don't like that. He doesn't want us to raise up. Remember, he said, and this is very. I'm like that's so. Like, these are different sections of one book out of they call the Helios Biblios in Greece. or we call it the Holy Bible, which means the Son Book. But those sons that they're making, they're losing their brain fluid. They're losing their brain fluid. So like when the guy releases, or we call come, they say you supposed to we are supposed to always come when we young. He said the thing is to get the nut. That's for what? Like that's the thing. Like that's when we lose and having children. That's when you end up spreading yourself thin, putting things on you. See, in a script, like in an old book, I have two also. Okay, right here, Atlantis by Aleister Crowley. This is the only book that I know of. Bobby Hemmitt put me on to this. One of his lectures, he said this is the only book that he knows of Aleister Crowley that's not in circulation. But when you get your hands on it, if you can find it and catch it, go catch it. I didn't want the PDF. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have that book. You know what I'm saying? Because like people can do manipulations on certain things, and I need to, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I have to get these books. I done got a book recently. I had a book that I had for years. The binder it's a paperback, and it just bust on me. I'm like, wow. It didn't just pop like that, but it would just start falling apart. But I still have it. But it's but anyway, back to this. In this book, he was talking. Found they don't have it in circulation. Plenty of reasons why. Here's one. Okay, right here. Boom. First page. What page is it? Page 1. This is the first reason why this book is not in circulation. The root is the Lemurian Tala or Talas, black, for reasons which will appear in due course. A is the feminine prefix derived from the shape of the mouth when uttering the sound. Black woman, boom, 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 is therefore as near a translation as one can give in English. The Latin has a closer equivalent. Now, okay, still in the same book. This working, whether with or for zero, requires two persons at least at any one time and place. Great heat is generated in the working. You're talking about sex. Okay, this is also page, so you can get it to 20, page 20. If you can find it, get your hands on it, this book. Great heat is generated in the working, and the bodies of the workers are therefore sprinkled heavily with the black phosphorus, which is incombustible. Okay, watch this. It's incombustible, but keep going. I remember that. I'll keep going. This black phosphorus poisonous to the servile race. Now, mind you, if you don't know who Aleister Crowley is, he has the appearance of a white guy from England. Younger, he had like the cut sides and bald head later on in his life. Our highly melanated ancestors took over his body. His name was Aiwass, Aiwass. So what he's saying, our ancestor is speaking through him. If you ever get the book, I do have it. I just want to stay focused because I'm getting somewhere very quickly. What's that book? So the Book of the Law. So as you can see, I'm a brother. So like, you know what I'm saying. So I don't want y'all to think like, oh, there's some undercover white guy just talking shit. No, that's what I said. You said he just talking shit, but I got receipts, baby. So so that's why I said Bobby Hemmitt said get the books. Hold on. Okay, the author called himself Aiwass. So if this is the same guy that wrote this book right here, he took over his body in 1904, April the 4th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. In all those days, he wrote this small book. Very powerful book. Had to go through hell to get it. And I'm still in hell. In the year 1904, all right? So now you know, he says, look, pay attention. So now you know, when I just read to you, you got our ancestors from Samaria. That's Aiwass. He's like the Iraqi version of Heru or Horus. He's the Iraq version of that. So he's the Horus or the Christos, the Negro Christos. I mean the Black Christ. Right here, which is incombustible. This, make sure I get it right. Yeah, this black phosphorus, just talking about melanin or carbon, poisonous to the servile race. Servile race, he's talking about white people. In this book, I gotta go find it, but he was talking. I'm just staying on focus right today. He said they're actually is poisonous because, like, for instance, they say black man, black woman, black baby, white woman, white man, white baby, black man, white woman, black baby, white man, black woman. Oh no, don't do it, sister. Don't do it, brother. Well, white man, chaos, Lakshmi. I'm gonna hold that to my Lakshmi. I say Ishtar. I say Alakshmi. I say, and if you know, you know. All right, but yeah, he say white man, black woman, black baby. So what he talking about right here is the look. It's incombustible. He's speaking in riddles now. You have to really listen. Like a lot of this stuff, you got to really like read over it again. And when I had to come back to this book a while back in the day, well, a few months ago, and I was like, wow, incombustible. Black phosphorus is melanin, carbon, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. Why would they tell us that that's the mark of the beast when they only just talking about our melanin? They don't want us to go to our power. What? You mean white folks don't want to know about our power? What? Fuck out of here. Fuck God. Uh-oh. I done lost somebody, probably. I say fuck God, and I mean that. I say it daily. At least 80 times just to keep me sane in this crazy world. Anyway, okay, back to what I was saying. Phosphorus, poisonous to the servile race, to white people. Like I just gave the explanation. Any type of melanin harvest or any type of highly melanated so-called black person, that's gonna be what? Poison to them. So that because they lose out of that race. But if they have older family members there around, they can, talk them into things. So anyway, but we do that to our own people too. So we gotta do better too. So anyway, all right. Becomes innocuous. I'm like, what is that? I don't know that word. So I looked it up back in the day. Innocuous, not harmful or offensive. So it's not harmful to us. They like when we have like we like, let's say it's not harmful to us, but it'll dominate them. So you got to know what you're reading. Like what Bobby always said, when you reading like stuff like this, you got to really take your time and go back, because your soul knows what it is, but at times it'll something to send you back to certain books, and you'll be like, oh, I have more of an understanding. Now I can do more with what I'm reading, and apply more. So the soul just brought you back. So it's just like, how can I put this in the script of your life? The fabric of your life. But anyway, well, innocuous to this, like, this nigga crazy. Hell yeah. Innocuous to anyone who has been in any way impregnated with zero. So if you ever seen the movie Aliens, was Sigourney Weaver, she was the only one that was what? Able to hold the alien. They could have killed her on the ship on the second one. Yeah, the second Aliens. But they did. They killed everybody on her ship except her because she was a good carrier. Uh-oh. The carrier. That's why white men want sisters. That's why white women want brothers. Chaos. Uh-oh. I can't write that in the script. Or did I? Lakshmi Ashe, Ishtar Ashe, Alakshmi Ashe. If you know, you know. But yeah. See, it's power. What I'm saying. I'm gonna show God and bring him to his knees. We not supposed to be on our knees praying. We only talking to ourselves. But anyway, I'm gonna keep it straight. So let's keep going. I don't want to lose focus. Get all fired up. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going. Innocuous to anyone who has been in any way impregnated. So like I said with Sigourney Weaver, she was the only one that could carry it. Everybody else she couldn't. Everybody else they couldn't. They was like, oh, just like in the movies Venom. Everybody couldn't hold the Venom. You know what I'm saying? The person be a symbiote. It only took a certain amount. They only talk about you. Brock, he had what? Dark brown hair. When they do that, like the guy that does the Aquaman, dark hair. Look at these characters. Just because they're white don't mean we gotta throw the movie away, because it's all our mythology. It's just a way we gotta relearn it. It's not entertainment. Okay? Just like books is supposed to be a way for you can act out certain things, or you can let's say as role play. You say I want to be Ishtar, and your man be like, oh, I want to beat Thammuz, and y'all leveling up. That's how you really level up. What Sierra say? Level up. Yeah, that's how you really level up. Stop having babies. You can really level up. But they don't want that though. But anyway, let me keep going. I'm gonna keep reading. It's way more to it. You know I love you, sisters. I will never steer you wrong. Trust me. Ancestors would strike me down right now. God been trying to kill me since I was a baby. Trust me, I just found out a year ago. I didn't know my whole damn life. But anyway, this itself in its single stage is as dangerous as electricity of high voltage. What they say? How did Hitler come up with the atom bomb? I know how. But let's keep going. Remember, like this is all wrapped up in riddles, and you have to just unravel it like a what do you call it? Like when your extension cord get tangled up, you gotta unroll it. Take your time, because you're gonna get a kink. You gotta take your time. If it don't, or like with the hair, if we don't take our time, our hair get kinked up. You know what I'm saying? So take our time, or it'll get messed up, and we don't want to deal with it later. But anyway. Keep it going. The reverence attached to zero is unbounded. Unattached to zero is unbounded. At one time, it was hymned as the father of the gods. At one time, that means what? It was creating children, like I call them thoughts. Thoughts, they're your thoughts in a physical form. You act and walk just like your daddy. I wonder why. That's why. Until the end, all children were thought to be begotten of zero, though everyone might know who was the father. 13. You always want to go and find out what the cliff notes read. Okay, you can extend your learning. Okay, that's what I had to learn over the years. Here we go. 13. In spite of the absolute promiscuity of, that means a woman that loves to have sex. There's nothing wrong with that. They call it the Scarlet Woman. Everyone want to watch a movie about the Scarlet Woman? It's called The Ninth Gate with Johnny Depp. Who said I got a bad memory? Promiscuity of the Atlanteans. They were promiscuous. They loved to have sex. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. This was never in doubt, owing to the special mark of each man, whose stigma or variation was infallibly transmitted. They say the Atlanteans. They talking about Atlanteans, okay? Okay, that's just us. They don't know. We don't know that. It was all one continent at one time. Just like what Tupac said, he was the bridge from the east to the west coast. Why do you got to stop a bridge? Keep everything divided. NEWS. Old dirty bastard said it best. North, east, west, and south makes news. They just the news reporters. But now it's turning to something else. But let's keep going. All such conception was, however, held in dignity. Its official name was the Old Experiment. It was carried on simply because the new methods of continuing the race were not perfected. Childbirth was therefore in one way accident. Let's keep going. That was an accident, as I say. So, see, like I say, get into Tantric Sex. They teach you how to not lose those fluids. I do have some books on those, but but anyway, let's keep going. I don't want to lose focus. I know y'all can see it. I can't. I took my head over, turning away real quick. Okay. Therefore, in one way accident, although a duty, everyone shrank from it. So I come to realization. I went to this place called Pyramid Lake, and this is a pine cone. This is just one of this one. So like these are the largest pine cones I've ever seen in my life. So with that, I was like, it's like maybe we shrank. Yeah, we probably shrank because we was actually probably larger, like taller people, or we were small too, but we actually shrank, but also they talking about dying too, because like the more brain fluid, like a more the man comes within 2 weeks, that's actually ways he's actually killing himself and don't even know it. So brothers, I have a video talking about ways to retain without losing fluid. Okay? To retain that while having sex. You don't have to do what Kevin Gates said and stop having sex to do sperm retention. That's how you keep the energy low, because he's a Muslim. That's the race is the religion itself. It teaches it looks down on a woman. All those religions teach down on a woman. See, spirituality, you don't teach down on a woman, because spirituality, we all women, and we males turn to males 2 months into the process of being a male while you're in the womb. So that's why they always older than us, because they've been in the womb as a woman longer than us in the womb. So we've been in the womb maybe 7 months, and they're in the womb 9 months, or 4 9 etherical ether. That's why they're more conducive, or more the most perfect. The highly melanated woman is the most perfect being on this in this third dimension. Is the most perfect being. Let me get back to the facts. They're gonna be like, oh, he's just getting riled up because it's his opinion. It's not my opinion, because these are things that I am finding, and like finding information, the answers to say, Sankofa, go back and fetch. This book that I'm reading out of, this book, it was I did something, and then the answers made it available for me. When I was able to get my hands on this book, I was like, they said, you reached another level. Like here you go, and I'm like, in the book, it causes them up. Like sometimes I know it's information. I learned about this book from Bobby Hemmitt in one of his lectures. I don't know, man. I just hope everybody's not just looking at his videos on YouTube, not just for entertainment. And you're not supposed to be looking at them just for entertainment. These are actual keys he's actual giving people. And he's you don't realize that he's the actual a real priest, man. Like real, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then he would actually that's why he never said, I noticed he never said anything, he never, unless he knew the video was on. Because it could be helping us turn back into what we supposed to be, the future generation. So he was seeing ahead of time. But yeah, let me keep going. All right, but yeah, that's what the highly melanated woman is the most perfect being on this earth. So let me get back to reading out of the book. Let me calm down a little bit. Here we are, right here. For though no pain or discomfort attached to the process, it was a sort of second best achievement from which proud women turn contemptuously. I like how that word just flowed a little bit. Like, not like the one earlier. That motherfucker just told me up, man. I was like, stop and go. Looking at what was that word? This nigga been tripping, man. Hell yeah. I gotta keep myself laughing, man. This is tedious, man. This is hard work. I love it because I love my people, and I know we can be. You know, not just physical kings and queens, but we are deities in these physical bodies. We are doing the unthinkable. we do the unthinkable all the time, and come from the darkness to the light. So that's why they say you should never talk bad about Lucifer, because Lucifer and us we're in the same position. Lucifer had to fall into a body, or had to fall. So once he fell, who else fell into a body? They all got us worshiping. They got people worshiping this person. Jesus, he fell into a body. Jesus and Lucifer are damn near the same, have the same story. Once you study them, Lucifer ain't that bad. It's just us. But we got to look at it as things that can be put into our repertoire, our weaponry, instead of looking at, no, this is bad. And realistically, like I said before, fuck God. God is actually realistically the one that's trying to keep us spiritually down. But I'm gonna keep going where I was reading earlier, okay? I don't want to lose and just keep making the time go further and further. This was in the past reason why the father's name was never mentioned, because we used to always go with the woman's name back in the day. It was and that's the last part I was going to read. But if we actually used to take the woman's name from the Eastern Hemisphere, they never took the man's name. That came from a patriarchal. We're from a matriarchal system, so we're in their patriarchal their system. And while we're in their patriarchal system, we taking on their ways of thinking. But now we talk like these people, but we don't talk like them. So like this, how black people, highly melanated people in different parts of the country talk different. What I noticed, they talk different because they talk like the people that speak the English language in that area. But we put our own twist on it with our own melanin. Everything sounds different. They can talk different too from where they are, but they always following the people who's in the area. If they following the people, if they following the highly melanated people in the area, what that mean? That mean we got the keys. Okay. Fuck that client. Well, anyway, I ain't gonna put nothing that way, because I know what's coming to me, and I know what I gotta do to that. Anyway, that ain't about nothing. Childbirth is not supposed to happen. Like I wrote these notes. That's why I knew where it was when I found it. It was like the second page I pulled, and that was the perfect one. Childbirth is not supposed to happen. Sperm retention during the activity of sex. I'm not telling you. See, like those priests and Catholic, like Bobby, he was speaking on having sex. I'm not like the priests in our old spiritualities. Those priests had sex. So the priest in a patriarchal, because the matriarchal, like I said before, the systems we was in was actually through the woman, and that's when we was in the Eastern Hemisphere or in our old or different parts of the world. Different parts of the world we would mainly do that, but with them it came the male because they barely gave they women rights to vote in the 1900s, damn near when we got them. So everybody rides our wave when we like. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said stop. We got to stop giving energy to shit outside of ourselves. We always helping everybody else, and we become the battery for shit when we marching and shit, and everybody else get the benefit from it. So we should always go back to our magic. And in that book I was talking about earlier, the book of the law, it talks about in there to go back to your Obeah and Wanga. Obeah and Wanga is your magic, black magic. It was voodoo and Santeria, or voodoo and Santeria, and that means get into all of it. That's where what? That's where those islands is damn near where Atlantis is at. That's where those islands are, the Bahamas or Bermuda. They call it the Bermuda Triangle. I found those big acorns at Pyramid Lake in California. So that kind of water, and the park was closed. So when that kind of water, that area, and it was a real pyramid in the middle of the water out there. It was I'm like, wow, I couldn't even get down there, but yeah. And what I'm saying, the pyramid is our mind, is the first eye and the last two eyes, which is our physical eye. But yeah, we call it the third eye, but it's really the first eye. That's what if you fell into a body, that means a body came last. So you was always in your father's mind, and then went through, came through your father, then through to your mother inside the most advanced system inside the earth. That's the most advanced system inside the woman's body, highly melanated woman's body. So if I say, sisters, bringing it back to that, okay. So I'm gonna bring it back to that. Sperm retention during the activity of sex is the only real way to really rise spiritually. So when I said earlier how Tupac, he said, women, y'all have a lot of power. So if now think about it like this: if brothers and sisters are getting shot down by supposed, I don't even watch the news to even get low down in an energy like that. So to watch even know what happened to anybody, these people are just might be just new stuff. Anyway, instead of that, why don't you keep getting into your magic? More people I find out are getting into more information and magic. I'm like, great. More highly melanated women and highly melanated men are getting into it. That's their real powers. And the funny thing is, if we're doing that, we're actually making ourselves stronger. We can't get guns like them because they're on a lower frequency, and guns is the lowest frequency. So they're on a lower frequency. That makes your mind actually is your first weapon, really. So you got to use your mind to actually use. I'm not saying not to defend yourself. No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying you can use sex as your not just your primary, but your secondary weapon. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm not. So you say, hey, if we married or whatever, you're gonna have to do better. We're gonna learn this together. And I got the perfect book for you to suggest. 3838. I did not do it on purpose, but if you gotta look at numbers, like 22, Ma'at. That's the number of Ma'at. Like Aaliyah, she passed at 22. She played the character of Akasha. That was another version of Ma'at, but just in a vampiric form. So modern Ashe, rising power, Aliyah, Akasha, Horton, Ashe. Modern sex magic, secrets of erotic spirituality. That's a man and a woman. You know what I'm saying? So there's two women, no, it ain't. Donald Michael Craig, and it has other contributors in this book too also. So and they're The good thing, they're all females. All females. And he's the male. And that's good to have it, because if males are not the greatest at sex, then you're supposed to listen. When you listen, like the woman say, she like me, I'm talking to you in the dark. Woman likes to be in the dark while having sex, because they know if a male a man is actually looking at their body while having sex, they gonna come quick, and it's not gonna be really short. So if that happens, it's gonna be a terrible event, because she gonna look at you like you ain't shit. So, fellas, you gotta get it together. So she gonna leave you. What Pimp C say? Man, yo bitch love me. Watch me ride by, wanna hug me. No, wanna fuck with me. She see me in the street, your girl hug me. I guess that's why your man wanna slug me. But I'm Chad. Yo bitch love me. Rising Power, Chad, Pimp C, Butler, man. You gotta listen. Certain things anyway, but you gotta listen, man. He had dropped certain little jewels, man. You gotta catch it. Certain little things in his music too. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was able to catch it. I'm gonna tell you, different albums, they will always have good information sometimes, and they with music. But yeah. What else? So there you have it. So that what makes a baddie. If you can make your man stop coming, like get it together, like, hey man, like either I'm gonna hold out. So the way you make them do it, you say you gotta practice by yourself. Practice. So when you tell them, like, hey, when you feel like you about to, man, you just stop. Or y'all doing it together. He said you about to, then stop. Don't do it with him. See, that's the reason why. While he's in it, it gonna feel good. He gonna want to keep going. So don't let him practice with you. Y'all practice either together in the same room, but y'all gotta practice using each other's hands. Sister, you use your own hands. He gotta use his own hands. So if y'all in a relationship, as in a married relationship, supposedly married, or boyfriend and girlfriend, or just occasional sex, sex having, whatever, or just booty calls, whatever. It don't matter. Like, do it that way, and that's how you build yourself up stronger. You can only build yourself up spiritually through the sexuality. Why do you think all these motherfucking priests be fucking with these little boys and shit? Because they got these urges and they're not getting out because they can't have sex. Because it's what? It's through a male-dominated patriarchal society. They copy everything in Rome from other places. Even though there was Rome highly melanated so-called black people in Rome too, back in the day. Carthage. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm still studying. Still studying, like I'm, you know what I'm saying, like it's on, like Prodigy said, like it's I rep it like it's the only thing for me. So but sisters, man, you got to put like Tupac said, you got to put your foot down. You got a lot of power. You say, hey, you ain't getting none of this unless you get that together. You get your mind together. Don't point down there and say, get to you gonna hurt his feelings or whatever. What the thing is, you want to encourage. You want to see. I ain't a hater, so like I say, like, hey. The thing is, hey, that's how you do it. Like, if y'all, I ain't gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna take your, like, hey, if he can't get it together, that's his problem. I'm gonna just tell you ways to help him get there, so y'all can get there. You can keep coming, and he not come. See, he become a sexual toy. See, instead of you going out to get them expensive toys, which is good. You can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. You probably do that too while y'all having sex too. But there's nothing wrong with the sexual toys by yourself too. You should do that. So if he's using his hands practicing, if you want the toys, if you want to use that to practice, while y'all practicing together, separately from each other in the same room or whatever, or different rooms, you should do that. That's the only way you can build this physical stamina. So tell him when he's about to, or feel like he about to come, tell him to stop. stop and just start breathing, drink water and meditate or something, or just think about something else that he got to do in the next day or something, or whatever he got to do. Tell him to stop and start meditating or whatever, and think about something, and remove his hands away from his body, and he gonna feel. He said, right when he feel like he's about to, the first time he might just do it. So sisters, you got to be patient with him. All right. So when you patient with him, then he'll be like, okay, she really want me to take it there. I must not be fulfilling what she needs to be doing, what needs to be done. So he needs to be drinking a lot of water anyway. So if you they keep a lot of salt in those chips and those sodas, so that keeps you dehydrated, and there's no way for that blood to flow. That's why he can't really stay strong like that. Strong in a bedroom for your sister. So yeah, he got to drink a lot of water too. But anyway, so he tell him, hey, let's do it again tomorrow. So if you want, he said, you want to wait, not have him wait. So we're gonna do it together. You do it, I'll probably sit there with you, and then you just either look at me or just close your eyes while I'm in there with you, and we can just do it while each other, and just shows that you care and want him to get it right. And he should really be feeling like, yeah, all right, cool. I got more confidence in this shit. Like, she must really want me to take it further, and I don't want to lose her. So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. But so if he's able to stop, breathe, and then you go back once he stopped without. So if it's clear fluid, they call that pre-cum. There's no such thing as pre-cum. That's only called. Because I have them. It's called orgasm. Because like it was only clear because it came. That's the balls. The balls have a clear fluid when the brain fluid, which is white, when it's clear, it just came from the ball because the brain fluid goes down the spine, goes through the bottom of the spine, through the penis, and once it comes to the penis, the balls. That's why it coats the actual brain fluid like a coat or something. When you're walking outside when it's cold, you put the coat over your body, so the nut sack is only clear fluid to protect it while it's inside, going through the penis to go through the walls of the woman while it's traveling up to the egg. So when that's happening, when he feel like he's about to, what it does is the clear fluid will come out. That's like him having an orgasm. I do it all the time. I have orgasms. I don't know how to go out the longest I went without stopping, period, was because she kept wanting to take breaks. You know what I'm saying? Was 6 hours. You know what I'm saying? That was thing because she wanted to take breaks. Cool, that's no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I do this, you know what I'm saying? I'm a spiritual person. I read and everything. I learn and learn from life experiences, not just inside all the time. But and also I learn in the bedroom too. Also, so that's what I'm saying. That's how you raise yourself up. That's why they don't want. That's why when T.D. Jakes back in the day had the Woman Thou Art Loose conference back in the day. My mom used to go. I think she bought the CD or something, or the tape back in the day, and was really in the church, and we was all in the church with her, whatever, because she always took us. But she would always be she was into that. But Woman Thou Art Loose, that really slows something when they do something in mass like that, talking about sex, when they have whole sex conferences in the world, different parts of the world. Why would they do that knowing we in the church? Because we the only highly melanated people, the only ones with that real power. 48. I share, that's my odd again. I just looked down just now. I don't be looking at the time, but I'm just saying, anyways, keep going, because we are all women, but as males, we just turn to males later inside the womb. What else? So when the male, when he doesn't release, if you see that clear fluid, he didn't come, or he don't tell him no. That's good. That means because you're gonna feel it go. You're gonna feel it go all the way back through the balls, back up the spine, and actually through the spine. Once it goes through the spine, it goes back up through the melanin, through the back of the neck. When they say the kitchen, that kitchen in the back of the neck is what? That's what Doth is. Daath. Doth. They call Doth. That's the highest form of melanin you have in your whole body. That, the ball sacks, and under your armpits, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, the behind the neck is the most concentrated form of is carbon and melanin. Like they say, 666, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. It's in the back of the neck. And in Kabbalah, you'll find that with Doth. So like with Darth Vader, he wears what? All black. James Earl Jones is what? Is a so-called black actor, right? Okay. It's a reason why they do that. But reason why the way sisters are able to keep having orgasms, males could do it too, because when that sperm go back up into the brain, it has to pass by Doth, and that's more melanin. So so if y'all reading about mythology together, y'all attributing those characters. Those characters are like ways you can raise yourself up spiritually. That's the way you do it. I've been doing it like that for years. I'm like, wow. And spiritually, things start changing around you. Those things that you were reading, in mythology will start to happen to you. Or you'll be like, damn, that kind of did happen to me. Or you'll be drawn to a certain character in different mythologies. Y'all should probably read them together. But like if sisters, they like reading those books, or romantic books, why don't you read some stuff about, it's a lot of romanticism in all those mythologies. We only just knew mainly Greek mythology, but Greek mythology is black too. All mythologies is come from highly melanated people. I can find a deity in one area and a deity in a whole other area, and they have the same names. That means we was all over the place. Atlantis means when the continent broke up, everything broke up. So that means all those different black people broke up too. Okay. So when he's when he sees it, when he said I finally did it, then like, all right, y'all go. Once you do it and don't come, he can keep going. Tell him to keep going again, start up again, or you start him off. You go, tell him to go down on you, or you go down on him, or whatever y'all like, whatever y'all do, whatever y'all practices is, or whatever. But then tell him, then you stop, and y'all keep going what y'all was doing before. When y'all was touching, he was touching himself, and she was touching herself. Y'all keep going. That's the way you start to build the actual energy up and the stamina sexually up for the male. I had to do it when I was by myself and then I started having a lot more sex and was able to learn more, and then like was able to do it to the point where I've always been sexually active for like a few years, last 3-4 years, and only came once or twice, twice at the most, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, twice out of all those encounters, and they was like looking at me like, "Why are you doing this?" I have my reasons, and then when I tell them, they be like, "Man, it's obviously working for you because it's like, you not coming." Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, so that's what I'm saying. That's what our ancestors used to do. So if you find out, like on that book I showed you earlier, the cult of the cult of Cthulhu. A Guide to the Cthulhu Cult by Fred L. Pelton. You're actually they talk about how dancing and dancing leads into sex. They have orgies and stuff. So this isn't like just because we see it in porn doesn't mean it's something that we just started doing. We've been doing this on ancient. They got this on ancient walls in Hemmitt, in the Temple of Angkor Wat. They got there, like, what is that, like in Thailand, Asia, I think. Our ancestors, you see people with our lips and stuff, and all these different places in Veracruz, Mexico, the Olmecs, they did sexual practices. All our people did that. So so that's what really make a baddie, or say a bad bitch, or a bad bitch, or what do you call it, a baddie, or whatever people are saying, whatever nowadays, whatever. But I'm just saying, like with me, like hold yourself up to a standard to where you don't have to have a child every time you have sex. because that means he's more into the world and not into the mind. If he's able to pull that back up into his mind, he's able to be stronger in his mind. Not like, oh, I'm just mentally strong. Like, no, like you spiritually, you get points. You say, oh, women like, oh, I'm just getting my coins. Yeah, you get spiritual coins. Tell him he gets spiritual coins, but the more he lose, if he comes within 2 weeks, twice, he's actually killing himself more and more. So that's like the moon. When it's full moon to a new moon, you're not supposed to come more than once within that 2 week cycle. Just like the woman has a cycle with the moon too also. But of course, that's how it goes. We're all women, but we just don't realize it. But yeah, that's a real definition of a baddie. That's how we all change spiritually to change this world. But I've been hitting more and more at this, and something was telling me just go ahead and make the video. It turned out being longer than I thought spiritually. That's how it felt. It didn't feel that long. I just looked at the time now, so I was like, you know what? It has to be said. Let me go ahead and get this out. I got the information around me, so make it happen. So I said, let me at least get that out the way, and then let me figure it out. We'll figure out the rest later. All right? Kill God daily, daily, daily. God don't like highly melanated people, and I'm keeping it real. 555.